Hey guys, my name is JessiMew, and welcome back to Slime Rancher. In the last episode, we went back to the glass desert to bring a little bit more life back to the land, and in the process we managed to find this very mysterious area, somewhere completely new that told us the end of H's story. So of course he went on a grand adventure after he had had enough of taking care of these slimes on this ranch. He wanted to find something even greater, far, far beyond the stars. But it turned out that his destination was just being with the person that he loved, and honestly the most exciting part of it for me was learning that the person he fell in love with was none other than Thora West. Not Mochi Miles, but if you guys don't remember who Thora West was, she was one of the very first people who contacted us through this range exchange machine. So I guess that means that every time we're supporting her, we're also supporting Hobson. I would imagine he probably lives with her on her own ranch, so who knows, maybe someday we'll get to meet them both. But perhaps the most important discovery of all was our brand new gordo friend. We now have an adorable hunter gordo staying on our ranch too, which is absolutely perfect in all honesty. We were hoping for a tabby gordo since we have so many tabby slimes hopping around the place. But the hunter gordo is just as loved here, the adorable hunter kitty. So I asked you guys for name suggestions since we are going to keep him on our ranch, and I think we'll actually name this guy Bandit. That seems like a perfect name for a hunter gordo to me, stealing all of our chickens in the night. When I was very, very little, my grandmother also had a cat named Bandit, so that's what this guy is going to remind me of. But today I was hoping that we could take a trip to the moss blanket because I want to make this guy feel at home. So we're going to do a little bit of treasure hunting today to see if we can find any more of the treasure pods to crack open. Typically when we find them in specific biomes, we get decorations from that place too. So I'm hoping that maybe we'll stumble our way into like some sort of moss blanket tree, maybe some of the special grass around that area, just something to make our brand new little bandit friend very, very happy to be on our ranch. So I think we actually have some apiaries out there too. I hope so anyway. Let's do a quick check on our map. Yeah, we have tons of apiaries up here, so that is a good thing to note. We're actually hoping to get some royal jelly from the apiaries because we need that for the refinery link, and that is going to make it super, super easy for us to collect resources in the future so we don't have to run back and forth to our lab every time. The royal jelly is a drop from the apiaries that can come from basically any place, so let's see if we'll get lucky this time. You know, maybe the apiaries in the moss blanket is not the best idea for royal jelly because this is also where we get the special things like the wild honey. Oh, hello. Okay, little guy, don't steal my honey. You were awfully close. We better scoop that up before any of the tabbies decide to take it for their own. We do know that they're very mischievous after all. They do like to steal our carrots, so I wouldn't put it past them to grab up our honey too. Yeah, looks like we're mainly going to get the wild honey from the moss blanket apiaries, so we might want to set those up in some other location. In fact, we might as well set them up right before we leave. I think I made a couple of apiaries before the episode, so let's go into our tinkering mode and let's see if we can place some right next to our other slimes. Oh, we still have our med stations too. We didn't actually use these in the glass desert. That was why I made them initially, but I guess we're out of extractors after all. So let's fabricate 2 of them, and then when we're done exploring for the day, we'll come over here and see if maybe we'll get lucky. Maybe there will be some nice royal jelly waiting for us so we can finally get our hands on one of those refinery links. It'll be super helpful pretty soon too because, as I'm sure you guys know, another big update is coming out for Slime Rancher. I think it was called Ogden's Wild Update because we're going to get the chance to work for Ogden himself. He was yet another one of the people who contacted us through the range exchange machine, and if I remember correctly, he was some type of gardener. He likes it when we give him different types of fruits and vegetables that we grow around our ranch, so whatever he wants us to do probably has something related to food, I would imagine. We're also going to get the chance to meet some new slimes. They were called the Saver Slimes, and we don't know too much about them yet, other than they only come in a Largo form. So needless to say, I am very excited for this update. It sounds like they're shooting for an October 17th release date, so this might be the very last episode of Slime Rancher before the update comes out. But let's try to get up somewhere high. Typically, that's the best way for us to spot those treasure pods. So if we go on top of this log, maybe we'll be able to see some of those green little balls poking out of the ground. We can only get the novice ones right now because we don't have any higher treasure crackers, but there's one already. I thought there was one over here. I wonder if it's going to be like these flowers or something? Yeah, the wildflower patch. A patch of sweet-smelling flowers that honey slimes enjoy. Oh, so maybe our honey slimes would enjoy it if we placed it around their corrals. You know, I think those are those flowers that I compared to catnip at one point, because it seems like the slimes love to hang around the areas where there are tons and tons of flowers. In fact, I think around the bend over here, if we can sneak our way past all of these feral largos anyway, then we should be able to find a giant flower patch. This is where all of the honey slimes like to bounce around, so I guess that's why they love these flowers. And I wonder if we're going to see all of these little pollen spores around here too if we do make one. We'll have to experiment with that. But there's another one of the treasure pods, excellent, and this one's the amber slime lamp, a decorative lamp housing a happy slime. Alright, I know we have a pink slime lamp inside the blueprint shop, but I don't think we've purchased it yet. So I'm not sure what those do, but I guess we'll have to check that out as well. I would imagine we probably need some lovely little honey plorts to make that one. Maybe it's even a little honey slime trapped inside the lamp? That would be a little bit sad. I'm sure it's not a real one though. Now over across that bridge was the forest with all of those hunter largos. So that's going to be a bit of a tricky area for us to maneuver because of course they're very, very cranky. And we don't exactly have any food on our hands. I mean, we could grab up some of these chickens. Maybe that would help us. Though if we have a lot of trouble exploring that area, I'm pretty sure we unlocked a thing called a taming bell recently. That should be in our blueprint shop too. And supposedly that will tame any of the largos in the area if we ring it. So let's sneak our way in here for now. And if they start to overwhelm us, then we'll go back to the ranch and see if we can make one of those. As long as we stay up high, then we should be safe, because they don't see us just yet. But I see all of those glowing eyes in the distance again, explosions way off in the north. Oh my goodness, and I don't see any of those treasure pods around here, so we'll just keep our eyes open. There's always a chance that whatever pod is in this area might not be something that we can open. I'm just assuming there must be treasure here because it's a very dangerous area to begin with. There are some boxes. We'll go ahead and crack this open in case there's chickens inside. In fact, it looks like you guys could use a little bit of a snack, so we'll send some hens your way. Oh yes, they already know that we have tons and tons of hens right inside our vacpack. So go ahead and eat up some of those chickens so you're not quite so cranky, and we'll suck up a few more of these too, just in case. There we go, we're doing pretty good this time actually. We have just enough food to keep everyone satisfied, and nobody can really reach us this far up on these big giant mushrooms. Still no treasure pods though. Still no treasure pods in the area. If I remember correctly, the map actually shows us how many are here. We have 17 treasure pods to find. Alright, so we have quite a bit of work ahead of us. You know, I think there are actually some areas in the moss blanket that we haven't even explored yet. There was that giant tree, so let's try to head into this direction next and see if there's anything special waiting there. This was where we found the honey gordo a very, very long time ago. So maybe we'll have some little treasure pods to pick up in this area too. Something that the honey slimes would enjoy as well. Oh, and it was sitting right by all of these flowers. Well, that makes sense. It was obviously attracted here by the sweet scent of those lovely pink flowers. This should be the way to the tree though. I'm pretty sure that's that giant tree that we saw, but at the time we didn't have quite a strong enough jetpack for me to feel safe coming over here. Now we have nothing to fear. I wonder if we could even get over to like that tiny island. That one's very suspicious. But here's another one of H's notes, and look at the sky. Oh my gosh, those are like all of my favorite colors combined into one giant palette. Have you ever been in love, Beatrix? Makes you feel all achy inside like a day after your soul's been to the gym. That's the best way I can describe it anyway. It also realigns your thinking to something you swear is a downright alien. All those things you thought really mattered suddenly don't. Changes you entirely. Can't recommend it enough from H. Oh my goodness. So that must be when he realized that he really did have feelings for Thora West after all, which is absolutely adorable, especially now that we know the end of his journey. And all of these mushrooms. Oh my goodness, this seems like the perfect area to find some of those itty-bitty little hunter slimes running around the place too. They do love their mushrooms, but so far I'm just seeing tons of adorable tabby slimes. Oh, wait a second. That might have been a hunter, or was it you, Mr. Tar? Well, let's get rid of you. Oh, the tars are popping up everywhere. No, don't eat my little boom friend. Oh my goodness, I guess there are more slimes here than I thought. Is that actually a hunter down there? Stuck in the water. Oh, wait a second, buddy. We can save you. We'll pull you out of the water and then send you on your merry way. Hopefully he won't find any plorts to eat because then he's going to be munching on us. But yeah, we definitely have not been to this area before. We have adorable little puddle slimes here too. I did want to find one more friend for our puddle slimes down by the docks. So if you wouldn't mind, sir, I'm going to scoop you up and then we'll bring you to your new home. It's not quite as big as this giant pool, but it does have its very own personal waterfall, so I think you'll enjoy it anyway. And there's one of those purple treasure pods under this tree. So again, something that we can't quite open just yet, but that's hidden so well deep down in the murky depths of this giant pond. We're definitely going to have to make a mental note of that one too. Well, it looks like we might be out of luck for more of the green treasure pods. But at least we found some decorations. We could definitely set up some of those lovely flowers right next to our hunter gordo friend. I'm sure he would enjoy it just as much as the honey slimes. Oh, there's another one. Excellent, so let's see what's in this one. Hopefully another decoration. I don't really need more resources right now. Oh no, just wild honey. Oh, and the jelly. Wait a second, maybe I do need these. We're going to have to send our hen friends flying off into the distance because we desperately need more room to collect these. Yeah, the royal jelly, the king of all jellies. That is until you meet the queen. And then some wild honey too. So we'll take these right back to the ranch. It is the perfect time to go back home to not only make those decorations, but also our very first refinery link. Since we're already by the docks, let's very quickly drop off our brand new puddle slime friend. And then we can say hello to our new tangle slimes too. Uh-oh, some of them are looking a little bit hungry, so hopefully there's some chickens that we can snatch up from the area. It looks like all of our food is ready to harvest, our brand new silver parsnips as well. We'll bring those over to the mosaic slimes because that's their very favorite treat. Here you go, guys. Here's some fresh little hens for you to eat. Oh, they're all so hungry. They actually have these like giant beanstalk things that shoot out of the ground. Yeah, there we go. Now they're showing off their skills. So I guess that's how they trap their food, maybe? They are carnivorous plants and they're mixed with the tabbies too, so I wouldn't get too close. They seem like they could be pretty dangerous if they want to. Here you go, little guys, just in time because it looks like you guys are also getting a little bit hungry. We'll throw some extra ones into the auto feeder. Oh, everybody's hungry today. All right, so it looks like we're going to have to do a little bit of slime maintenance pretty soon. But first things first, let's throw all of these things into the refinery. This should be one of the very last times that we'll have to worry about doing this, because the refinery link is going to be a lifesaver. That's the hope anyway, and hopefully we have enough to make that decoration too. Oh, and the amber slime lamp, I almost forgot about this thing. We need some of that indigonium. The indigonium to make this one. So I think we need to bring some of our drills to the indigo quarry for that. But the wildflower patch, we just need some extra pink plorts to make this one. Well, that should be easy enough because we did move all of our pink slimes right over to the lab itself, so we can scoop up all of these lovely pink plorts and maybe give them some extra food too. They certainly seem like they're eyeing up all of these okas. So go ahead and eat these and give us some more lovely little plorts. And then we'll want to make sure that our dervish slimes are well fed. Yeah, you guys are going to be stirring up quite a bit of trouble on the ranch if we're not careful. And now we have just enough for our very first wildflower patch. So we'll go ahead and fabricate this and Bea the Builder can show this off to little Bandit to make him feel more at home. We'll want to make another novice Gordo snare at some point too, of course, but we need a little bit more jellystone for that. And then we'll see if we can finally get our hands on one of the tabby Gordos. I might need to shuffle around our warp stations a little bit because I would love to have our tabby Gordo right on the other side of our house. And I believe I placed, the warp pad right here to the glass desert instead. I suppose we could always set up an area just for our warp stations. Each of the colors could go to a different place because we have, I think, blue, butterscotch, and gray at our disposal too. But you are going to be super happy with us because we have a special little treat for you. Oh my gosh, and the Treasure Cracker Mark II is available for us to buy too? Allows you to bypass the locks on more advanced treasure pods. So I guess all of our treasure hunting paid off today if it means that we can open even more of those treasure pods next time. But let's place our flower patch right in front of our Gordo friend. So of course Bandit will still be able to see all of those lovely flowers. Oh my gosh, those are so pretty. Honestly, I wouldn't mind having these like all over the ranch. This is the perfect way for us to decorate this area, little guy. I am very, very happy with this. A bit of an odd location, like right in the middle of our ranch, but I think it'll grow on us. And I know it'll grow on you. You have so many chicken friends over here. Oh my goodness, these chickens know absolutely no fear whatsoever. The Hunter Gordo's diet is only meat, and you are literally its favorite snack, so I wouldn't get so close if I were you. Maybe Bandit is a very gentle Gordo, a very gentle hunter slime. Well, before we forget, let's scoot on over to our upgrade machine and make sure that we buy this treasure cracker. Luckily, we have plenty of new bucks, so we don't even have to worry about the price. And then we might as well scoot on into our home so we can not only read our brand new star mail. Casey did send us another letter over the past couple of days, but we can also take a look at the rewards club as well. We'll get the market link if we upgrade to the Playful Fox rank. That must work just like the refinery link then, except this will be for the market. So does that mean that we could go around the world and just throw the plorts that we find straight into this link? That would also save us quite a bit of time, so let's go ahead and purchase that. The grotto upgrade? Well, we have to see what the grotto upgrade is. Let's purchase that one too, and then we'll go read our star mail before we go stick our noses back into that cave. I had a year to think about things while you slept on your way across the stars. I think it almost scared me when things got easier, and when I finally realized that what we each have now is what we wanted all along. Because if you're still the girl that I know, you're happy out there on the very farthest frontier. And I hope the happiness you feel now lasts forever. I hope that the sunsets over there are as gorgeous as they are over here, and that if you search far enough on a rainy day, some rancher out there has a taco stand you can visit. I realize that last one probably isn't likely to happen, but it sure would be romantic, right? I'm glad to have shared a part of me with you, Beatrix LeBeau, and I'm happy to know that maybe one of those stars up there I can see in the sky is you. From Casey. Still just as sweet as we remember. Honestly, it just reminds me so much of the story that we were following from H himself. It really seems like their two paths have kind of paralleled in that way. We have Beatrix who loves to explore, loves to go on all of these grand adventures off in the stars. But of course, Casey has dreams of their own, and despite how much they love each other, their paths just never seem to cross. Oh my goodness, is this our upgrade? We have giant crystals on the ceiling now? Oh my gosh, our crystal slimes must absolutely love this. Look at this, you guys. Your little spikes are like all over our cave. Oh my gosh, it's like they're taking over. Oh, this was definitely worth all of the new bucks. So I wonder if that means that some of our other expansions will have upgrades too. The overgrowth, the docks, maybe even the lab as well. Well, let's scoot on up here, overlooking our lovely Hunter Gordo, of course, and let's read one more Slimepedia entry. So we should be all the way down to the dervish slime now, our very mischievous little dervish slimes. A dervish slime is a swirling, whirling bundle of energy in slimy form. Dervish slimes are commonly found in the glass desert, cruising across its dusty dunes at high speeds atop little whirlwinds. One thing is for certain, wherever a dervish slime needs to go, it gets there in a hurry, and it also blows us right out of its way too, so it has nothing in its path. Dervish slimes can cause total chaos on a ranch if not cared for properly. In addition to frequently riding atop whirlwinds at high speed and collecting objects along the way, a highly agitated dervish slime can produce giant cyclones of air that vacuum up and toss about anything they touch. When cyclones are roaring across your ranch, there's little you can do other than brace for the chaos that will soon follow. Oh gosh, we better make sure that we always keep our dervish slimes fed then, because we certainly don't need our ranch blowing away. Dervish plorts are a fantastic source of clean energy that helps give turbines and generators an extra boost. They are in constant demand as, curiously, there is a finite number of spins stored in every dervish plort. Oh, so eventually the dervish plorts are going to get all used up. That's interesting. I wonder if that also means that as our dervish slimes get older, maybe they stop spitting up tornadoes as often as they do right now. Very, very mysterious. There's always something new to learn on the far, far range, it seems. And pretty soon we'll have even more to see as well, because next time we play the game, Ogden's Wild update should be ready. Fingers crossed, if everything goes as planned, we'll be able to meet Ogden himself and enjoy his brand new quest. But for now, thank you all so much for watching, and I'll see you all next time. Bye guys!